Legendary investor George Soros continues to buy Tesla stock. So, will we get a reversal and should you buy? Sit tight as we answer that by going through recent news as well as my chart analysis and price prediction. But before we do that, subscribe to our channel Stocks 101 for regular stock market updates. Soros Fund Management, which is George's company, reportedly owns 89.6 thousand shares of Tesla, valued at $16.4 million at the price of $183.2 per share, and it's important to note that he tripled his position in the past few months as his portfolio had only about 30,000 shares back then. George is taking advantage of the market crash, whereas most retail investors are doubting the company in this great time. Also, Citigroup analyst Itai Michaeli said that the carmaker does have some valid concerns, but new laws that benefit EV vehicle makers when combined with Tesla's long-term position do give a bullish outlook for the stock. Morgan Stanley's Adam Jonas also commented on the situation, saying that Twitter is definitely a risk for Tesla, but fundamentally their sales will increase by about 37% in 2023, standing strong as the biggest global EV manufacturer. With all that in mind, let's analyze the charts. So as you guys can see right here, we're now in the 1-day chart for Tesla, and as always, we'll first analyze the 1-day chart, then the 1-hour chart, and to end it off, we'll get to the 5-minute chart. But right off the bat, we can see that the stock has kind of touched the bottom around the $166.5 level that I've marked over here, and now we're up about 7.82% on Wednesday's trading session. And this, of course, there are a few reasons. Right, first up, we already discussed the George Soros reason, right? The Soros Fund Management. And secondly, we did discuss the Morgan Stanley and Citigroup analyst advisements, or rather advices as well. I don't know why I said advisements. But with that, of course, if I have to give you guys my analysis, I personally told you guys for the past few months, I guess, that I was short-term bearish, but I guess that my bearish sentiment has finally come to an end, and I think that Tesla probably won't fall any further, and this, in my opinion, is a good zone to buy, not financial advice. Anything under, of course, $200 itself is a good deal, but in my opinion, as long as we're under what do you call this, $192, right? Of course, we did miss the $182 zone in terms of accumulation, right? We already went kind of above it. And if I were to wish for something, or if I were to hope for something, I personally would hope for the stock to go below, or rather open up at least between 183 and 180 on Friday. I'm sorry for saying Monday. And so I can accumulate some more shares, of course, and so can others who missed out on buying over here. But of course, if we look at the long term and the bigger picture as well, we fell by a lot over the past 1 year, right? I believe it was a 1 year period. Yep, we fell by about 56% in a single year. And if you ask me, that's a pretty big fall that has lasted a long enough time to finally kind of cut off, right? And for a reversal to start. And in my opinion, we probably won't see a full-fledged bull run so soon, right? We'll probably see a reversal of some sort that will take us back into the $200 range, but I don't really see it crossing the resistance around $240 so soon. If I were to, set a price target for 1 year, it would probably be around $300, right? I of course won't wait until it, hits $300. Even if it's around 290, I'd probably sell because, as you guys already know, that $300, $290, these are psychological zones, and most people do set their limit orders at such psychological areas like $290, $280, $300, and stuff like that. So, of course, I personally like to take my profits a bit below psychological levels. So, if the psychological level, of course, is 290, I'd probably aim for 288, 286, right? That's a good level. And if we were to talk about stop loss levels, right, we'll first have to take into consideration the gain versus the loss. So, if we look over here, the gain would probably be around 65%. So, I can guess that I'll probably aim for a 30% stop loss. So, if we get to the closest support over here, I believe that 130 should be a good stop loss for this, right? Even though I'm 100, I won't say 100, that's financial advice. Yeah, this video is definitely no financial advice, but I would probably say that 99% of the cases will suggest that Tesla won't drop below $130, And in 99% of the outcomes, it most likely will not drop below $130 or even touch $130 for that matter. I don't see it falling that low, right? But then again, coming back to the analysis, this trade setup seems pretty decent to me. And with that, of course, if we want to analyze the chart in a bit more detail, we'll have to head on into the 1 hour chart. And so now that we're in the 1 hour chart, we can see that we've been through this bearish trend all along. And there are a few troubling factors as well, a few things that are kind of scaring me a bit. But then again, if we look over here, we saw a bearish trend, a breather. Well, first look over here, bearish trend, breather, right? Bearish trend, breather, bearish trend, breather, bearish trend, breather, bearish trend, breather, and again bearish trend and breather. And this was pretty much a straight up pullback to the upside. And again, bearish trend, breather, but this over here, we were making lower highs. So this was more of a continuation for the bearish trend. But if we look over here, we've kind of beaten the old highs of this level and this level. So this actually might be the best time, or rather the best opportunity that Tesla stockholders will ever see, or not, not only holders but traders as well. So what's happening over here is that we got a pullback on the upside, which was not supposed to be a pullback. It was supposed to be a continuation for the bearish trend, right? But of course, the good news that we got, that we already discussed in the previous part of this video, it kind of pushed up the stock all the way above, well, first this level of 176.8 and then 181.2. So now that we're above those dollars, at above those levels, why did I say above those dollars? And of course, if we stay above the $182 range, which was given by the Bank of America, I believe. Now I'm a bit confused if it was 182 or 186, but either of those ranges are probably one of the most important support levels for the stock. So, with that, we'll quickly jump on into the 5-minute chart to analyze what will likely happen on Friday. And now that we're in the 5-minute chart, we can see that over here on 23rd of November, we started the day off with pretty intense volume, and it was a straight up bearish, or rather, I'm sorry, it was a straight up bullish trend. And over here, we did get some bearish signs, and it did kind of convert into a short-term bearish trend. But then again, it was just a pullback to the lower side for proper continuation of the bullish trend. And this is kind of one of the reasons why I believe that, the stock has bottomed and it's ready for a reversal, because it just does not seem to be making any lower highs, ever since we made, which, what was the last lower high that we made? Somewhere around here, right? So on 22nd November, we made our last lower high, or was it? Oh, yeah, it was 22nd November, and ever since then, we've made just higher highs and higher lows. And of course, if we look at this range over here, we were kind of range bound between 182.5 and 183.5. So this, and if we look at this range, we can see that we're kind of range bound in the 182.5 and 183.5 range. Well, that's 183.6, but never mind. And if we talk about the movements, well, it's nothing certain. We did get some high volume in the buying part, but we'll quickly extend the trading hours to see what exactly happened in the aftermarket. Yeah, we did get some sort of a pullback and another bullish continuation, but then again, we got resisted. So I believe that we probably will get a gap down on Friday, right? If things go well, we should probably get a gap down on Friday, followed by a bull run. And if everything goes well, as I already told in my previous video that I made today, the SoFi analysis, right? I believe that Friday should be a good day for the market, considering that some stocks like MMAT, well, MULN and MMAT, they fell by a lot, but then again, they're penny stocks and kind of meme stocks as well. So they're not exactly aligned with the market. And we already got a good bull run on Wednesday, but it was pretty small and not that certain for some companies. So I do believe that we can get another one on Friday, right? But the big question is this bull run just more fuel for a further bearish trend? I don't think so, right? We've already been in a bad market condition for a long, long time, And now, if the market conditions deteriorate, I personally don't see stocks falling further down, right? Even if we get a bad market conditions, I believe that pretty much every investor, every buyer, every trader is now compounding or not compounding. What is that word? They're already making up for the bad market conditions in their trading strategies, right? They're already thinking about it. They're already considering those things in their trading strategy and investing strategy. So I believe that the market is kind of ready and, well, what do you call it? It's somewhat of a cooked market, if you ask me, right? It's a bad example, but same way when something is cooked, they've already tolerated that stuff, they've already gone through that stuff. That same way, the market has already, gone through countless crashes, and I believe that the new age investor has not seen such a hard crash, but now that they've seen it, they should be able to cope with it. And with that, I am bullish on Tesla from now on. I already gave you my price prediction, but then again, remember that this most definitely was not financial advice, and you should always do your own research before you trade. If however you enjoyed my analysis, be sure to hit the like button. If you did not enjoy it, be sure to hit the dislike button. You can subscribe to our channel Stocks 101 for more such videos. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.